Evening guys, back again. It's been a little bit of time. It's been about 10 days I think since my last video, and in fact I've shot a video in between this that I haven't uploaded yet, so it's going to come in out of order. I've got the new lights and they're in place, and I've just come in the tent. I've been so busy in the last few days I've neglected my picking of strawberries, so there's still a lot of strawberries I've cut off, and there's still strawberries coming. But I've also neglected to the point where I've lost some really beautiful strawberries to mold just because I haven't been on top of picking all the ripe ones, which is, I guess, having too many strawberries is a good thing, but going to waste is bad, and having fruiting mold bodies in the tent is definitely not a good thing. So I'm going to remove that at the end of this video, because those spores, which are clearly everywhere around us, I know we don't want them in huge amounts like this, although it might already be too late. So lesson learnt, pick all of these strawberries once they become ripe. Don't wait too long. In fact, this one is, I'm going to give it one more day, just what's a peak ripeness. And they are actually really delicious strawberries. They come off, some of them are the most strawberry tasting strawberry I've ever had in my life, and I don't know how to explain that except for maybe the synthetic sort of strawberry taste that you get in strawberry candy and stuff like that. These strawberries really do have that flavour. A couple of other things that have been going on, and I'm going to keep this as a pretty brief update just because I didn't intend to put an update in today, but when I did come to the tent and see all these strawberries, I thought I would update. So Kratky Chinese veggies, since putting in a new light, have grown really quickly and well, and they are in fact bolting as we speak. So if I open up this tent a little bit more, we can check out the roots that are going on with these, and if I let them go, well, they really need to be harvested now, unless I want to just keep them, let them seed or something like that. Check out the nice beautiful white roots in this Kratky system. They've got plenty of little feathery feeder roots coming in here. They've barely drunk any of the solution at all, and yeah, these guys are ready to harvest. Now if we compare this NFT system to this, not the NFT, the Kratky system down here, to this this plant here that's in the NFT, also a bok choy or a pak choy, I'm not sure what it is. This one isn't quite as big, I guess doesn't have as many leaves. It could be a different variety. Also starting to bolt, so that one really needs to come out as well. What else have we got? We've got the watermelon that I put in here. So the watermelon, strawberry leaf I cut off, that has to go out. This watermelon plant, and if I don't really want to open the lid actually because the water pressure is quite high on the side of this tub, but we've got plenty of beautiful roots coming off on this watermelon plant, which will just continue to get bigger and bigger, and I'll eventually start guiding these watermelon leaves onto these shelves here. I'm going to get a couple of supplementary lights. I'm going to clear off this mess on these bottom trays, get some supplementary lights so there's plenty of light on these shelves, and see what sort of watermelons we can get out of this. I also have a little rock melon seed I've put in here. As you can see, green on top. I do have an algae problem in this tent. I've had ongoing splashing issues still. I put some filter, aquarium filters in here to try to stop the splashing, but I pulled out another bucket of water the other day, yesterday. So it really is an issue. I've got to find a way to stop that splashing. I did hope that this little system down here could be used as an extra place to grow plants, but it's just seeming like it's a little bit too wet. These are mint seedlings down here. We've got some coriander, we've got mint, and I put that trial tomato, which is actually finally starting to look a bit better. Maybe it's additional light, but I think it's just a bit too damp in here to be a useful place for them to grow. So I might just have to accept that this is not a place where we grow plants in this particular area. Tomato plant, this is the one where, I don't know if I put that in the last video, maybe that's the one that I'm not missing, but this guy was the guy that was in that back second corner there. We can see another little strawberry plant. He was getting too big for that, so I set up a trellising system, very quick, cheap and dirty system, and we're going to continue training him up. Now he is an indeterminate type of tomato. He's a Tommy Toe variety. He will show you, well, I suppose they're both these tomato plants. That's going to go all the way to the roof. Eventually I'll hoist up the old light. So this is the light that I originally had up in this spot over here. And I'll keep hoisting that as it gets bigger and bigger. I've had to trim some of the leaves back, and I'm trying to train it onto a central leader. And by that, what I mean is by removing all of these little side branches that are coming off. And with tomatoes, it's really easy. You can just snap them off like that, and that means it'll train up to this simple central leader, which is what I need in this tent, rather than having bushy tomatoes coming up everywhere. So I'll take that out of the tent as well. So yeah, that will continue to grow big. We've got some flowers on here. And speaking of flowers, since I stopped hand pollinating these strawberries, I have been getting far less pollination. This is what happens if you don't get as much pollination on your strawberries. So instead of getting a nice large round strawberry shape, this is a bit of a torpedo shape, you'll get these small kind of very tiny, weirdly shaped strawberries, and that's because it's not fully pollinated, and so a lot of the seeds don't form, and that means the fruit doesn't form particularly well either. So what I'm going to start doing again is I've got a little paintbrush in here, and it's very easy to pollinate. So hand pollinate strawberries. You just touch it in the flowers like this. Really just got to dab it around a bit. You don't have to be particularly fancy about it. Just give them a bit of a rub over, and that's going to cause the pollen to spread through those flowers, and you can do it quite quickly, although when there's a lot of flowers it will become quite a task to do that. So I'm thinking about installing some more fans in here, which will get some more air movement, and if I can get these really quite vigorously moving, it'll probably help with strawberry pollination. What else do we have? We put some ladybugs in here. The ladybugs came in these little trays up the back here, and the larva is, looks like we do have a lot of bugs and aphids still forming on here, so it looks like I need even more of these guys. They are in the tent. This looks like a molting from one of them. I saw one earlier, but there should be 250 of these in here, so it shouldn't really be a mission like this to find a ladybug larva. They really should be everywhere. So maybe they didn't hatch as well as they should have. Maybe I got a bad batch of eggs, I don't know. I thought I saw a lot of them coming out of the seed packets, their little hatch things the other day, and I definitely saw a large one in here when I was looking earlier tonight. There was one. So there you can see a ladybug larva, but that's only one I can see. So these aphids are going to get to a level where it's going to be very difficult to manage if I don't get another shipment of bugs in to control them. Maybe I'll get some lacewings or something. We'll see what I can do. Finally, cucumber. So that was a little seedling the other day as well. You saw it was just poking through. Now it's getting quite vigorous under these lights. I've installed somewhere for it to climb up the side of the wall here. And this was previously unidentified. It was either going to be an eggplant or a capsicum, and it does appear by those leaves we have eggplant. So lots of things happening in here. Relatively short update. Time up the back going gangbusters. Cut some time down for dinner tonight. That's good. I like to use a lot of time, so he'll just hang down. A few little problems. Are they little or are they big? I don't know yet. A few problems in the tent, so we are getting leaking under the bottom of these sections here, and the reason for that is because the algae in the system has kind of penetrated through the small gaps here, and now the water's seeping out through the algae and causing water to drip. So not good. There is a lot of algae in here. I knew there was going to be a lot of algae the way that I was setting up this system. You can see the algae growing through the roots here. I don't think algae is inherently bad for plants. I think that doesn't harm the plants at all. It does drink a little bit of the nutrients in the nutrient solution. It can clog up pipes if it gets really, really thick. but it does cause some problems here. So eventually what I think I'm going to have to do is rip all these off, give them a clean, put some silicone in, put these back on, and yeah, I bet you if we have a look just how bad this is, well, it's actually not as bad as I thought. I thought that would be full of algae, but it's not. But you can see algae hanging down here. Not ideal, not ideal. I'm going to have to make a decision on what to do with this algae soon. The algae all over the floor, obviously, because the floor is continually damp, not good. We're starting to get some algae on the expanded clay balls in here. Algae, it's one of those things that there will always be algae. Should I be making a better effort to control it? We'll see. Alright guys, I think I'm going to cap this one there. Short video, a little bit of an update. I'm battling pH as well, but we'll talk about that in a different video. And yeah, until then guys, catch you in the next one.